Good morning. I hope that you're having a good day so far, or whenever you're seeing this. Good afternoon, whatever. I wanted to be vulnerable because healing is a journey, and it can be tough for a lot of people. I want to make sure that I'm not one of those people that's just always bringing people down, or whatever. Hold on. So, I wasn't feeling well yesterday, already because I probably went to the pool and germs and stuff like that. I began to reflect because I was sober minded. I began to reflect and really sort out my emotions. I've been on the spectrum since I was about between 5 and 8 is when I started to notice. I brought it up to my family or to my mom really because we didn't have access to education in that way or mental health in general. It was overlooked, and even though I said it, it was never really tested at all. It was just right off, like, no, you don't. All right, cool. That was it. And I had to be about 8 years old at this time. And research on it was very limited as well. It's one of the first channeled messages that I've ever gotten in my life was, hey, autism. It may be a thing. You're neurodivergent. Like, you don't think like everyone else. And I guess from me just being me, somehow I was being monitored when it came to that. And I guess ever since then, me along with other people who are neurodivergent have been used as the standard how to treat people in general when it comes to just thinking differently. Everyone can say everyone's under the umbrella of neurodivergence. That could be true and just be undiagnosed. I feel like that would be more of a bigger issue. But for the sake of us just being ourselves as individuals, at least we can say we know. So let's just work through it somehow. Get counseling if need be. Psychiatry. There's also like certain exercises and stimming techniques that we can do throughout the day. Like, because you're neurodivergent, it doesn't mean you're slow. It doesn't mean you're unintelligent. It doesn't mean that you don't know what's going on. It means that you're processing information differently, and that's it. Essentially, that's what neurodivergence means. You're processing the world around you along with the information in a different way other than how everyone typically sees it. That's it. That definition seems pretty harmless to me. So, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. Our brain is completely in there. It's one of those things where our individuality just stands out more when it comes to how our brain works. People who are typical usually don't think in very dynamic ways unless they have to, and it's a part of conformity because it's just easier. I would call those people the NPCs, but at this point, they're just regular people too, going through their own stuff, not knowing what to do or how to handle it, just like us being neurodivergent. In some cases, when we can handle things better, we don't have an ego most times, but typical people do. So those are one of the things that we have to navigate. Our intelligence is not intimidation. Being social is not us being a certain type of way in society of thinking that we're higher or better than anybody else. Now, anyone who knows me knows that the Mary Jane is being legalized like all throughout the country right now. And I would pay attention to the reasons why you go towards marijuana. Not exactly the marijuana itself. Why do you walk that way? Is it because of emotions? Is it because of the past? Is it because you're holding on to something? Because you don't want to feel something? You have to have a healthy relationship with whatever you're doing. Because the same way that can be used as an escapism, video games can be used as escapism too. And for the past, I would say 5 years, That was pretty much my life. I was just trying to survive. I didn't know what was going on around me and why people were treating me weird. I just know that I needed some sense of relief because the world around me seemed like it just didn't like me. It seemed like I was letting in things that were just like detrimental to my mental health. And once I started taking control of that, things started to change. So my relationship with anything that I do has changed as well. I'm sober right now. I'm just really tired because I haven't really gotten that much sleep. But my point of making this video is you're not alone as long as you're honest with yourself and you get the help that you need. I know what it feels like to be alone in a room by yourself with no one there to tell you that it's going to be okay. And I'm sorry that you have been in that position. I honestly wouldn't wish any of that even on my worst enemies. I don't even have any enemies. If I do, they're unbeknownst to me. When I cry, it's not out of weakness, it's out of compassion. It's out of me expressing myself. It's out of me actually caring. What neurotypical people, or people in general, who have issues would do is probably project onto you whenever you do have signs of weakness, which would be your tears. But your tears are actually signs of strength. Because people who don't cry bottle everything up and then they explode and die. I don't want to explode and die. So I'd rather let everything out. And you should too. Emotional release is very important for your growth, actually moving on from a situation. I've been there where I've numbed myself. I've done those things and just it doesn't help, it doesn't work. It actually makes yourself worse, not the situation. It can delay processing for a minute if you're not letting out your emotions. It can manifest in the different parts of your life that you didn't expect to be there. I don't know. But all I know is that life is unpredictable. It can be hard, but life also can be easy. It can be enjoyable. You can find joy in almost anything. I'm crying, or I cried, and I laughed. I feel fine after crying. There is no shame. Express yourself. It's okay.